Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. A little while ago, I made a video about government involvement in the Bigfoot topic, kind of in the sense of having like a conspiracy, a cover up conspiracy. And I also talked about military involvement in the Bigfoot topic. Like, are there teams going out into the wilderness, tracking down these creatures and capturing them or killing them? And so I kind of wanted to do an update video to that because I did receive a very interesting message right after I uploaded that video. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to share that message with you guys, and also a very interesting report that's in the BFRO database that kind of goes along with that message. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into it, Mountain Beast Mysteries is an affiliate of Audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com, you can sign up for a 30-day free trial, which gives you a credit to use towards any audiobook of your choice. Now, like always, I recommend checking out the Bigfoot section, check out the paranormal section, the UFO section, the mystery section, and find an audiobook to listen to if you're bored over the holidays. You get that for free. If you're not satisfied with your Audible trial, you can cancel it before they charge you, and you still get your free audiobook. So if you want to support Mountain Beast Mysteries without actually having to pay anything, that's the best way to do it. Plus, you get a really sweet audiobook, and there's thousands of them out there. Audiobooks and podcasts as well. So go to audibletrial.com/mountainbeast and get your free credit. There's a link down below in the description. Okay, so a fellow Albertan here, his name's Dusty, sent me a message after I uploaded that video, and it's very interesting. I'm going to read that message to you guys. It says, "I watched your video on the military today. Although I'm not military, nor ever have been, I've seen one of these things you're actively seeking out, and have a strange coincidence to share. I grew up near Redwater, and if you check out the database, there was a daylight sighting of two of those things laying on a highway. By the description, I have a good guess of where this happened. Immediately following this report, the military started doing war games in the Redwater and Bruderheim natural areas. I know this because I ran into them on my dirt bike a few times in the evening. I recall seeing night vision on their helmets. 40 or so soldiers armed to the teeth, and this area is about 2 miles from where I suspect this report to have happened. They did this for 2 or 3 years, and then weren't seen again in the area. If you're interested, look up Redwater Natural Area. Go south to the North Saskatchewan River to the islands near a bridge. I fished those islands for walleye and sturgeon, and it may be worth your while to check those out. I don't look for them, but I suspect them to be there judging by happenings. There's a sandbelt that runs from Bruderheim to Athabasca River. There's a lot of crown land and natural area in the sandbelt. I grew up around Opal, and I've heard screams and heard sounds in September while camping that sound like a 500-pound hound dog bawling. My sighting took place near a long lake north of this sandbelt, about an hour. They follow the elk herd through the area behind Buffalo Lake Métis settlement, the long lake drainage towards Skeleton Lake Sandbelt. The ones toward Opal, I'm assuming, do the same thing towards September, moving towards the Athabasca River Basin past Rochester towards Elk Rut. Good luck." So that's a very interesting message that was sent to me, and it's interesting because years ago when I first met Ken Walker, he did mention sightings near Redwater and Skeleton Lake. So when I read this message, I thought of that, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I heard a report from Skeleton Lake or up like north of Edmonton near Athabasca. And sure enough, I asked Ken, and it was this gentleman he was talking to. So Ken also vouches for this guy that he's being 100% in his account and his story, which is awesome. This guy Dusty, he's an experienced outdoorsman, and knows the wilderness and knows, what wildlife is out there and what things aren't supposed to be out there. But it's interesting, hearing that he ran into the military not long after these two creatures were spotted on the highway, lying on the road. Now, I mentioned when I started this video that I was going to tell you guys a BFRO report. And it's the one basically describing these two creatures. So I'll go over that quickly just so you guys know what I'm talking about. This happened in the summer of 1997, the month of June, and the nearest town was Redwater. It says early summer 1997 near Redwater, Alberta, Canada. Highway 38 South, around 5:30 in the morning, my mother was driving me to work. I was only 16 years old and I had the opening shift. I was homeschooled and worked every day in the city of Fort Saskatchewan. This early morning, we came upon two large animals laying in the middle of the highway, which was normal. We often saw bears and coyotes laying on the warm asphalt. My mother honked the horn to make them get off the road. One of these animals sprang onto 2 feet and ran like a man into the woods. The other one seemed more confused and it ran on 4 legs. Right down the center line, I leaned over and looked at the gauge. We were traveling at around 50 kilometers per hour, and then it stood on 2 legs and went off to the west in the same way as the other one. My mother started to be frightened. I was excited and opened the door to jump out of our van and chase after them, but we were still moving around 45 to 50 kilometers per hour. My mother grabbed my coat and stopped me. Later that day, my father and I went to the spot and could find no trace of them. The ground was still too hard to find any tracks. My mother says they were bears and will not talk about it anymore. I do not know if they are a member of the Bigfoot family. They do not really fit with the normal Bigfoot sightings. They were not huge and massive. They were lean but powerful looking. One had brown hair and one had very red hair. They both looked kind of mangy. They were tall, but no 8 to 9 feet tall, more like 6 to 7 feet tall. When they ran on 4 legs, they ran like a big ape on its knuckles. When they ran on 2 legs, they ran like a sprinter with huge strides, but not totally upright. More like an old man with a bit of a bend, but fast as a horse, and very agile. To me, they seemed almost young in appearance, sort of like a tall, hairy teenager. They made no sounds, only heavy breathing like a horse. So a very interesting and bizarre report. 2 Sasquatch-like creatures lying on a warm road. Is the story true? I don't know. It was followed up by Gary Cronin, who's a member of the BFRO down in Calgary, Alberta. But it does coincide with where Dusty ran into those military people doing the war games not too long after. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any more stories about running into military people out in the wilderness, I would like to know. And if they do coincide with Bigfoot reports like this, that could mean something. But anyways, that's all I have with this video. Just wanted to share this with you guys. If you're looking to support Mountain Beast Mysteries, you can click the GoFundMe link down below and make a donation to the channel. If you want to support the channel, future videos, future expeditions, you can do so there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.